and today we're gonna read the Magic Tree of Merlin mission for Winter of the Ice Wizard. And today we're gonna start reading at chapter 7, the Fourth Giant, and we end up reading at chapter 9, okay? And now, are you ready for this one book with a lot of stories? And now, here we go. And first, you can read the Magic Tree of Merlin Missions book for Winter of the Ice Wizard. Chapter 7, the Fourth Giant. Huff, huff, huff. With the each of the breath from a fourth giant, the blast of cold wind slipped through the hollow. Jack trembled. He felt chilled to go to the bone. Huff, huff, huff. The giant's breathing grew louder and stronger, and squeezed his eyes, shouted his eyes see, with wind rushing against his body. Huff, huff, huff. Jack crouched lower and held up tightly to Annie. Huff, huff, huff. The giant's breath hollowed like hundreds of ghosts into the hollow, and Jack dived from the blue northwards. He is a blind force of the nature that sprays nothing in his path. But then the giant's breathing seems to grow a bit softer. What's happening? Jack wondered. The breathing grew softer and softer. Maybe he's going to sleep, Annie whispered. The breathing became calm and steady. The wind died to the light breeze. I think the fourth giant is sleeping, said Annie, whispering. We should try to sneak out of here. Yes, but we need to keep your eyes down. Just look at the ground, whispered Jack. Right, whispered Annie. The heads bowed, and Annie and Jack hurried cautiously across the floor. Hello, began climbing up through the crack, and Jack's teeth chattered, but he couldn't tell if it was from cold or fear. Suddenly, the deafening roar shook the light, and the first giant screaming with the windly rage. He was awake, and Jack was blind with the ground, and he tried to crawl across the snow, but he didn't know which way to go, as if afraid to look up. Jack, this way, and his voice called above, into the roar of the giant's breath. She helped them up and traveled together against the wind. Finally, they came to the crack into the wall, and Jack and Annie scrambled through the crack. Inside, the wild wind knocked them over, and they trembled down against the hill, and the wind swirled across the plain. Annie! Annie! Jack called. Where was she? Where was the sleigh? He couldn't see anything, and he couldn't stay on his feet. The wind rolled even louder. An avalanche of snow came crashing down the hillside. When it hit the ground, snow exploded into the great clouds of white powder. Jack! Jack! Jack heard Annie's voice from the screaming wind. He tried to stand up, but snow kept falling off top of him until he was completely covered, and Jack and Annie have lay buried under the snow. All the rage left his body, and he knew he should dig his way out, but he was too cold and too tired, and he was too tired to look for Annie, and he was too tired to fight with the fourth giant. Instead, he closed his eyes and dripped into the icy slip. Jack dreamed that a cold fur was bracing against his face. He dreamed of the wolf was digging around him, mudding him, pushing him, sniffing him, and Jack opened his eyes. He felt dazed. At first, he couldn't see, but he could feel that he wasn't buried into the snow anymore. He wiped it on his glasses. He saw a lone moon, some of the stars into the clear sky. The fourth giant must have left. Jack thought, but he heard a panting noise. He sat up and looked around, one of the wild wolves crouching right behind them. and Jack scrambled on his feet. Go away, he shouted. The wolf stepped back and growled. Go, 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 Jack shouted. He picked up the handfuls of snow and threw them at the wolf, and the wolf backed away with a few more feet. Jack looked around wildly. Annie was lying very still on the top of the snow. The other wild wolf was just sniffing paw at her. And Jack's anger made of the fearless. Leave her alone, he shouted. Go away. He scooped up more snow, throw it. And the wolf stepped back. Go, 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 shouted Jack. Get away, leave us alone. He glared angry at the two wild wolves. The wolf stared back at Jack, and the yellow eyes gleamed. I'm not kidding, go, shouted Jack. And Jack stared furtively at wolves. Finally, the wolves have thoroughly looked away, and they glanced at each other and looked slowly back them up. And they looked at Jack and Annie one last time. And they turned and ran away over the snow. And Jack rushed to Annie. The snow beside her lifted her head. Wake up, he said. Annie opened her eyes. You okay? Jack said. Yes, but I dream about white wolves. Annie murmured. Me too, said Jack. And there, when I woke up, they're here and they're about to eat us. Really? Annie sat up and looked around. Yeah, but I scared them off, said Jack. Oh, what about the fourth giant? Said Annie. He's gone too, said Jack. Come on, let's get out of here. Jack helped Annie off from the snow. Do you still have wizard's eye? Annie left his pocket. Got it. She said, good. Jack looked around beyond the heaps of the fallen snow. The silver sleigh was waiting for them overhead. The sky had turned to the light shade of gray. It's almost down, said Jack. Remember what the wizard said? We have to bring back his eye because the braid of the day where we never see Merlin and Morgan again. Jack held up Annie, and Annie's hand straggled together into the snow, and they got to the sleigh, climbed inside. And Annie looked at her, placed at a rudder. Jack pulled into the wind string and untied the knot. They need to go very fast, so they need to give the ice wizard's eye. So ice wizard take Merlin and Morgan, make more nicely again, but they didn't give the wizard's eye and didn't bring it back. Then he and Annie can see all of the people, like Merlin and Morgan. So they need to go fast and give the ice wizard's eye very fast too. Now, where is it? It's almost down, yes. Oh yes, and they need to give that ice very fast, but it's almost down, so that means they need to go very fast again. And where Jack held up Annie's hand and trucked together through the snow. As they got to the sleigh and climbed inside, and yes, the breeze rocked to the sleigh, and Jack on it to the second knot, and they had the sail begin to fill in, and they hunted to the third, and the silver sleigh moved forward to the guiding white ground. Swish, swish. Oh, now they're going. And they all sailed to the white paint. It was turning from the pale of pink. And the sky turned, yeah? We have to go faster, said Annie. Just on into the fourth north, and the wind whistled on his ears, and the sleigh picked up the speed, and Annie had steered past rocks over the sea ice. She had steered over Pain south to the palace of the ice wizard. And when the sleigh drew closer to the palace, Jack tried a knot and they have slowed down. And he tried dreaming more. The sleigh came to stop, and Jack and Annie looked around in faint cold light. I wonder where Teddy and Kathleen are, said Annie. There must be meat at the dam. And Jack studied the vast white plain, but he saw no sign of their plans. Though they wish Kathleen is a vision. I hope they're okay, he said. I hope they didn't run to the wild wolves. I have a feeling the wolves wouldn't hurt them, said Annie. The wolf in my dream seemed nice. Dream wolves are different from the real wolves, said Jack. I don't think we can wait for them, said Annie. The eyes will be back into the sun comes up. The eyes, Jack said. We never look at see if it's inside of the whole stone. Annie reached up the pocket and pulled out the whole stone. She held it up. Jack gasped, staring at him from the inside to the eyes and to the eyeball. It was about to the size of the large marble. The ice ball with our eye, a sparkling blue canter. Oh man, whispered Jack. It's beautiful, isn't it? Said Annie.